Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Elset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. Now, if you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Thank you all for being here. It's so good to talk to you guys. Now, somebody said to me in the comment section, I think it was Semi Aquatics. She said she was in an argument with an Aquarius about being friends with your ex. And she said that the other Aquarius thought that it was a good thing to do, and she thinks that it's not a good idea. So she just wanted me to say what was my opinion on it. Now, I'm going to be very, very frank with you because I always tell you all the truth. I keep it real with you. I know there's going to be some people who are going to swear to me they are friends with their ex and it's just friends. It's, it's healthy, it's this, it's that. I hear this argument every time I have this conversation. I've been having this conversation since high school. And I've heard this every single time. And I have seen very limited cases where two exes were real, true friends. But the overwhelming majority of the time, it's not a friendship. It's bullshit. Most of the time, it's either number one or both of them want each other back. So they don't break the connection because they want to keep their foot in the door. Or they're codependent. So even though they've broken up, they still won't emotionally let each other go. Now, in the case of two people who have children together, biological or adopted children together, some of the times I have seen them maintain a friendship for the sake of the children. And I've seen them even become friends with their new spouses and have dinners together, Thanksgiving, all kinds of stuff. So I have seen that when children are involved. But I'm not speaking about when children are involved. I'm talking about two people who are in a relationship, no children involved, and they are friends. And I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It's straight bullshit. Almost every time I dig into it and do a reading on it or help them with it is usually it's a codependency, straight out. Every once in a while is something else to it, but usually it's codependency. Usually it's the fact that even though they've broken up, they're doing things for each other, they're still holding in the gap. Okay? And so let's say, for example, I broke up with my ex, but I'm still using their Netflix. Yeah, I still got my phone on their Sprint telephone plan, stuff like that. Usually it's that some kind of way one or both people are still holding on to the perks from the relationship. And that's what they really don't want to let go. It's still a codependency there. So my thing is that then you get with somebody new and you expect this person to deal with this bullshit. And to be honest with you, when I in the past I've had situations where I have dated someone and this has been the case. I didn't take those people seriously. I knew from the gate there was no future because if you're still holding on to your ex, there's no room for me. So I never took them seriously. I would see them, I would date them, I'd go out with them, but I never took them seriously. I was dating this one girl. We'll call her Tina. Tina was a Cancer, and Tina was friends with all her exes, every last one. She held on each one of them and told me that she still holds a special place in all their hearts. Okay? This was important for her. So I knew not to take Tina seriously because I was like, you still holding on to the past. So that tells me you're really not ready to go into the future. So one of the things that would happen is one of her exes, the one that still wanted her back, would always come on her page and make little slick comments, little sideways comments to her or about me or something like that. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a word. One day, Tina peeped it herself and was like, you know what? I'm going to end this friendship. Now, I had already told her that bitch ain't your friend. I had already told her, she's not your friend. She wants you back. She's keeping her foot in the door. And every time you get with somebody, don't you notice how she's always telling you all the things that's wrong with them and pointing it out? She wants to keep you single so you'll come back to her. So I told Tina that part, but I dropped it because remember, I wasn't really taking her very seriously. And then she came to me and was like, "Oh, I'm discontinuing this friendship." And I was smiling to myself like, "Mm-hmm. Why is that?" And she was like, "Because I see that she's not really for me. She just wants to keep her foot in the door." And I was like, "Exactly. Good that you saw it yourself." But in most situations, most people never see it or they never admit it to themselves. Because come to find out from talking to Tina, this was not the first relationship that she had been through that this ex had done that. So your ex will throw monkey wrenches in your new relationships. They'll mess up new situations for you on purpose, especially if they're codependent and or want you back. So to me, it's best to just end it cleanly. Take a nice little knife and end it cleanly and go about your business. If you guys don't have anything that's binding you together, such as a child or a business or something like that, then the only thing that's holding you together 9 times out of 10 is codependency. Like I said, or somebody or both of you wanting each other back. And if y'all not done with each other, maybe what you really need is a separation and not a breakup. And I think that some people kind of mistake those two. Sometimes people break up and they probably just needed a separation. So then you go start and date someone else and the other person still wants you. So they start throwing shade, as we call it. So that's my thing. I've been in this situation. I've seen this situation so many times. And people will argue me down. But I've only seen 1 or 2 times in my lifetime that the exes were truly friends. And in both cases, they really shouldn't have been together in the first place. They were like, they came together in like an awkward kind of way and they just weren't compatible. So they realized before they messed it up too bad that we're not compatible and we should just be friends. So in those 2 cases, out of the thousands of times somebody has said this to me, those 2 cases I can say they are and were truly friends. But out of all the other cases that I've read or been involved with, it's always bullshit. It's just bullshit. You're just holding on to the other person because of whatever emotional, physical, financial need that they are holding for you, that they are fulfilling for you. And like I said before, it's really unfair to your new partner because now your new partner comes along and the space that they're supposed to be filling, you got somebody else in. Your partner is supposed to be your best friend. Seriously. Not to say you can't have other friends, but your partner should be your best friend. And how healthy is it that you're running to your ex talking about your current? That's another thing that has a tendency to happen. And as an ex, I really wouldn't want to sit there and listen to shit about your current relationship, you know? So, like I said before, yeah, I see this happen a lot, and most of the times it's just bullshit. Some signs, like I said, with the cancers have a tendency to hold on to all their exes. All the ones that didn't end badly, and even some of the ones that did, they have a tendency to hold on to them. And there are other signs who have that tendency as well. They like to hold on to whoever it is, and they just don't let them go. Virgos do that too sometimes. And that's why a lot of times when a Virgo gets with a Cancer, they're together forever. Even if the relationship ends, they're still friends sometimes a long time down the road, depending on how things ended. So I absolutely don't think it's a good idea to remain friends with your ex. I think it's good to be cordial. I think it's good to be polite. I think it's good to be friendly when you see them in the street or you see them at the market. Hey, how you doing? You know, how's your mom? You know, that kind of thing. But y'all busting it up, talking in the middle of the night, texting each other all the time, meeting up, doing stuff, hanging out. 9 times out of 10, that's, like I said before, something that is still lingering. And usually it's something that's really unhealthy. So the best thing to do really is to let go and get closure. When a relationship ends, you should let go and get closure. And then you go about your business and you guys are polite, you guys are friendly, and you move on. So that's my take on it. You know, a lot of people have argued me down about it over the years, and I still don't care. I don't care what they have to say because I don't believe them. A lot of people, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people are very unconscious about their thoughts, about their motivations, and about why they do things. Some of the times they're conscious of it and do it anyway, but a lot of times when I do readings for people, they're unconscious about their own motivations. So while they'll be steadily telling me, oh, this person my friend, this person my friend, and I'm looking in the car, it's like, you're in love with this person. You know, a lot of people do stuff very unconsciously. And one of the things I've noticed about this whole friends with exes thing, the people who fight to keep their ex as a friend, the ones that fight the hardest, are still into that ex. A lot of times they are still into that person, or is some, like I said, some kind of emotional hold that's still there. And if you are dating someone and they have an emotional hold with their ex, there's never going to be room for you, not as long as that hold is still in place. So think about it, guys, and don't get hurt. See you later.